That is correct.
Led to the Spotify talking about somewhere in Memphis, whatever the song was, right?
Yes.
And this was all occurring from 9:40 in the morning until, like I said, 10 o'clock thereabouts, right?
Correct.
Morning.
You tagged actual data from the Surface Pro as well as the HP laptop, right? And your October report contained searches from the Surface Pro, right?
Yes.
And you recall, for example, just a representative sample that, and this would be on the Surface Pro computer. Now we're jumping ahead to December 5, not August of 22, December of 22. One of the inquiries of the Google searches was what to do when a psychiatrist overprescribed, right?
Yes.
Searches for medications, right?
Yes.
Including Lamictal, right?
Correct.
Can bipolar disorder be temporary, right?
Yes.
Can benzos reveal bipolar disorder, right?
Yes.
How long are detox programs, right?
Yes.
What is DBT? I'm just saying that's a search. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I had to look that one up too.
Okay. Lamictal versus Zola. It says Zolafy, but I would suggest it would be Zoloft. That was a search, right?
Yes, correct.
What is mania? It was a search, right?
Yes.
Ketamine for benzo withdrawal. January 18th of 2023 was a search, right?
Yes.
Ketamine therapy on January 18th of 2023, correct?
Yes.
Now, you know, maybe not personally, but you know Steve Verino, who's also a gentleman who does what you do with computers and laptops and stuff, right?
Yes.
Now, you've worked on cases, and you know Steve, you recognize him right here, right?
Yes.
You know that Steve was working with me and Lindsay on accessing information from cell phones and computers, and he actually, through me, reached out about a month ago to the DA's office and raised some questions, correct?
I'm not privy to that.
Oh, well, the DA reached out to you about a month ago and asked you to revisit your investigation, and as a result of that, you created another report, didn't you?
I did.
And that would just be on July 26th of 26, right?
Introducing custom holographic sticker.
July 26th of 26. You then prepared your report, and the purpose of that report was to find out more details, if you could, pertaining to the, quote, methods of suicide page, right? And in your July 26th report, you then went into detail about your findings, correct?
So,
Yes.
yeah, good morning.
And
we are covering
we would agree
Lindsay Clancey
that
trial live
that
and
particular
live.
webpage was not a search for methods
Wanna
of
come over
suicide.
there?
It was actually the Tom Hall and the
Together and
music,
talk
right?
together.
That is correct.
And then the
Morning,
URL shows access
So I did
to
go live yesterday. I needed
Lindsay's
a mental break from the
Facebook profile,
TikTok.
correct?
A lot of people need.
You accessed and
and I
found out that
time
Lindsay's
nowadays
Facebook
to
profile.
ignoring it. That's the difference.
Was a web visit.
But
Yes,
I
correct.
did
You don't know
hear
that it was Lindsay
about
that was actually
yesterday,
using
Lindsay
that computer to search for Tom
Clancey
Hall, right?
I don't know who was sitting behind that.
You don't
Did
know
it-
that Patrick
there
Clancy
was
plays the guitar, do you?
I do not.
Nurses.
You don't know that Patrick Clancy is a
Dressed in
music aficionado, right?
I do not.
You don't know
Some
that
sort
Patrick Clancy enjoyed Tom
that had
Hall
to come
music,
help
do
her.
you?
I do not know that.
So I
And you
watched
certainly
that
don't want
on
to
my
label
own
with this jury
yesterday.
that Lindsay
and
was looking up
I'm
ways to
curious
commit
to know what you
suicide in
guys
August
think
of
about it.
22, do you?
But we are here.
All
with
I'm
some
presenting
sort
is
of
the facts that were
state
presented in front of
truther
me.
on the stand who is discussing the search history. What she
And
searched in
a
August.
couple more questions, sir. When a user logs into their Facebook, their own
Let me know where you're coming
Facebook
from.
account, it doesn't populate or bring you directly to the actual profile
all
page.
of
It
those
brings you to the
things.
home page, right? That shows your
You
followers
know,
and
you
things
all
like
know
that.
the drill.
I think so. I don't have Facebook or social media, so maybe. I don't know.
See you. I see you. Good morning.
That's all I have for this gentleman, Your Honor.
All right.
I would ask if I could, Judge, the two documents that I was questioning him from, could I introduce those into evidence?
Good morning, Backcourt. Thank you for coming by. It's good to see you.
I think he
I appreciate it.
agreed that that was part of the search.
Laughing yesterday got me. Did you see the stuff from yesterday?
Sure. Yeah.
Lorraine, thank you. they are doing a side-by. In the meantime, yesterday she broke down and said, I can't do it. I can't do it. They were talking about Cora's autopsy. Yeah, that was hard. That was hard for me. And I don't know. I guess because I've never experienced it, I don't understand it. That is turning into somebody capable of taking the lives of the very souls that you brought into the world. It's something that I can't even fathom. But she seems like she cries or gets upset, or when they showed the clothing, the exercise bands, when they showed photographs and they've talked about the autopsy, that's where she gets the most
And
upset.
John, I would offer, if I could, the medical records from the pediatrics associates that,
They're already in evidence.
well, I'd like to have it focused on that. You don't mind if we put that.
What we mark that for identification, we can address whether or not, I want to double check. I haven't gone through all the records either. Oh, I understand. We'll mark that for identification.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
He's Cal Pavio. He's from the cybercrime unit.
Sir,
believe-
just for clarification, before when I was doing direct, if at any point I said August 23rd, 2023, what you did when you did the Wayback Machine was searches for around the time period of August 22nd, 2022, correct?
Correct.
And anything that you looked at that day regarding the search for suicide methods or any of the other places that were visited were August 23rd, 2022, correct?
Correct. 2022.
And the visit to the Grafton Bridge Wikipedia page was at 9:48 a.m., correct? Not 10 a.m.?
That visit was at 9:48. Correct.
Okay. And defense counsel asked you about the defendant being at the doctor's at 10:15 a.m. Are you aware that it only takes 4 minutes to drive from her home at 47 Summer Street in Duxbury to the Kingston location of the pediatrics?
I was not, and I also wasn't aware that they went to the doctors.
And you can't tell us who was behind the computer at different times, correct?
No.
You can't tell us whether people used the computer, then got up and let someone else use it, and then went back to using it, correct?
No, you can't.
You can only show us the data that you observed that day, correct?
That is it. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So basically, that was her only cross, and she was putting up the point that just because it appeared
Mr. Mark, for
that
P for identification, which would constitute the health information
perhaps
records from the South Shore Health pertinent to the child.
I'm being festive with my people.
You're aware, sir, that the records, or you're aware, sir, you're not aware that the child was brought to the doctors not at 10:15, but was brought to the doctors around 10 o'clock in the morning. You aware
I'm
of
not
that?
aware of any of that.
And did you know how old the child was?
Sir, my testimony is related to the.
So you don't? The
computer.
answer is
I
no?
do not. No.
Okay. So is it fair to say, sir, that, I mean, from your life experience, that when someone has to bring a child, a young baby to a doctor, you got to get him dressed, you got to feed him, you got to get in the car, you got to drive. And that's the 4-minute ride as well, right?
I'm not privy to any of that information.
Thank you.
All right. Anything further?
No.
All right, thank you, sir.
What's that about? Of her
Someone calls Timothy Giuppini.
rules? I don't know, Daisy. Are you talking about Lindsay? Okay, they're calling in the next witness. In the meantime, I'm going to really challenge you guys. 1.7 thousand likes. Tap, 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 tap. I'm going to challenge you. I want to see that we can get to 25,000 likes in the next 10 minutes. No. No, the only testimony so far was the cop from the cyber crime unit, the state trooper.
All right, good morning, sir.
And he testified about the
Pretty sprayed, please.
Thank you.
August.
Good morning. Can you please state and spell your name for the record?
My name is Timothy Chipini. Last name is spelled CIA. P as in Peter, P as in Peter, I-N-I.
Where do you work?
I work for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts for the Department of State Police.
How long have you worked for the state police?
I graduated the academy in March of 2012.
What is your current assignment?
I am currently the unit commander for the Critical Incident Technical Investigations Team
How long have you been doing that?
since approximately April of this year.
What was your assignment in January of 2023?
I was assigned to the State Police Detective Unit for the Plymouth County District Attorney's Office.
Do you have specialized training in cell phone forensics?
I do.
And could you describe that, please?
To be about more searches.
I was initially certified as a Celebrite physical operator and a Celebrite certified operator, Celebrite certified physical analyst in March of 2017.
And are you also trained in gray key and magnet?
I have been trained in Gray Key examination since August of 2021, and I've been familiar with the forensic program known as Axiom in that course, but I'm not certified in Axiom.
And regarding Celebrite, can you describe that software for us?
Celebrite is a forensic access and acquisition tool for cell phone or mobile device forensic extractions. It also has an analysis component as well.
And were you asked to do a forensic analysis on a cell phone belonging to Lindsay Clancey in 2023? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Celebrite is an access and acquisition tool for mobile device forensics and cell phone extractions. It also has an analysis component for extractions.
And were you asked to do a forensic analysis on a cell phone belonging to Lindsay Clancey in 2023?
I was.
Did you do that?
I did.
And how did you do that?
Right.
I performed an advanced logical extraction on the iPhone device belonging to Lindsay Clancey.
Can you tell us what that means in just lay terms that we could all understand?
An advanced logical extraction of an iPhone is essentially an iTunes backup. It is the information or data from the phone that you as a user can see, including images, calls, text messages, browser artifacts, basically everything that the person would see that uses an iPhone.
Explaining the
And
problem,
is it just making a copy of everything that you can see on that phone?
focusing on forensic
That's correct.
evidence,
And
bringing in
what is the analysis portion
officers who were
of, you
crime
mentioned you
unit and
do
so forth.
Celebrate extraction and
he's
Celebrate
set-
analysis.
he's
What's the
setting
analysis
his
portion?
knowledge up, and then
In January of 2023, the analysis software would be Celebrite Physical Analyzer. And with that, you can also export a report to be utilized in Celebrite Reader.
So basically, are you just taking someone's phone, making a copy of the data that's on it, and then looking through the data?
That's correct.
Is it an exact copy?
Yes. When the phone is forensically extracted by the Celebrite software, a hash value is created. A hash value is a unique digital fingerprint of the extraction. It's an alphanumeric string of characters. And every time the extraction is opened in the Celebrite software, that hash value is verified. If the data in the extraction is changed by just 1 bit, the hash value would be changed and the extraction would no longer be valid.
So basically, you look at those numbers, the number chain, to make sure they're the same, and then you know it's an exact copy?
That's correct.
And did you do that in this case?
I did.
And was it an exact copy?
It was.
And are you able on the extraction to change any of the data while you're analyzing it?
No. That would invalidate the hash. I can use filters in the analysis to look at particular data that I want, but I can never change the contents of the extraction.
And so when you say use different filters, can you put things in categories to organize it so that, for example, can you put all the photos together and all the text messages together?
prosecution.
The Celebrate Physical Analyzer tool automatically
Different.
parses the data into
Find
various
set up
categories.
Premeditate
And
meditation.
it processes media,
Listen,
various
like-
forms of media,
what
images,
was-
videos. It processes different direct communication, whether it be through a web application such as Instagram or the native messaging application on the device known as iMessage. So it parses the information automatically, and you're allowed to look at different categories.
So does it create a report with all the data?
I can create a report from the extraction, and it has all the data contained in the report, and I can filter it based on the parameters that I'm allowed to look at legally.
And when you do that extraction of a phone, do you get everything that's on the phone?
Depending on the type of extraction, I get all the data that's available to me by the forensic tool that I'm using at the time.
So do forensic tools improve over time to allow examiners to get more and more data from phones?
Yes.
So basically, what you were able to get from Ms. Clancy's phone was what the tool you were using at the time was capable of getting at that time.
I performed the most comprehensive extraction type that I was able to do at the time of the examination.
And then there were improvements to that system following what you did that may have allowed other examiners to get more information.
That's correct.
Were you asked to generate some reports about certain sections of the defendant's phone?
I was.
We could pull up the... Could look at the screen, please. Were you able to create a report regarding data on Ms. Clancy's phone from November of 2022 to December of 2022?
Yes.
Can we zoom in on that, please?
So he's showing the report. We're watching it together on
Explain for us the
the
different columns we're seeing here.
files over there.
The columns are automatically generated by the software when you create a supplemental report. This is a supplemental report created through the Celebrate Physical Analyzer software analysis tool. When you create the supplemental report, you can stipulate to certain parameters, certain content, certain timeframes based on your investigation. In this case, there are multiple columns at the top reflecting the different types of data, the timestamp for that data, a description in the source file for the data. This is a timeline report, and therefore it reflects those exact columns, and that is predetermined by the software.
Good morning.
So for example, where it says type, what is that telling us?
That's where Celebrate has parsed the data and categorized it based on the forensic extraction.
So there, number one, where it says activity census data, what is that?
That would be the data from the health database within the phone.
If there was something in the direction box, what is direction?
Direction could be related to a call incoming to the device or outgoing from the device.
So if one was a phone call, it would say to or from?
I believe the exact categorization would be incoming or outgoing.
Incoming or outgoing, okay. And then the attachment box?
Attachment box would be associated with a message, typically a MMS message or multimedia message. A text message that contains a photo would be listed as an attachment. It could also be associated with an email that has an attachment or some type of transaction on the phone that resulted in something being attributed as an attachment.
And then what about the location box?
If the data source has location information associated with it, then that box would have data filled out. This report is 768 pages, so there's a variety of sources of data within this report.
And what about timestamp? Where it says timestamp, the date and time, is that Eastern Standard Time?
It is, it's UTC -5 as the
During this.
time of this search warrant, excuse me, the time frame of this incident occurred in January of 2023. Therefore, the extraction reflects the exact time frame of the time zone of the device at the time of the extraction.
And where it says party, what would be in that column?
Again, this is a timeline report. Therefore, there's a variety of data sources contained within it. there is
Miss
chats or messages that occur from the user of the device to other people, and those will be listed within the chat,
Sure.
otherwise known as a group message.
I got a galaxy.
So if it was
Oh my
a text
God.
message,
Thank you
it would
so
say
much.
party would say to the
It would say who the participants are on the conversation.
person you're texting, it would have that person's name. Group text, it would
Thank
have all of
you.
the names.
Correct.
And then what about the description box?
Description box is based on the database information. It has some information associated with the actual data that was.
Protect your SSDI benefits with our authorized Ticket to Work services at all SUP employment services.
The database that Celebrite parsed the data from.
And the other
Everything that you see as far as activity sensor data or any other
really, I have to
categorizations, that's done by the software. The software parses that data to make it more readable for the examiner, but everything is associated with an actual database within the device.
So for example, where it says source health, that's coming from the health section of the phone.
Specifically the health database, Health DB.
And where it says source file, Lindsay's, how does that name populate there for source file?
It says mom, dad.
Indicating that it comes from Lindsay's iPhone. That is the name that the software detects from the name of the device when it conducts the extraction.
Mom down or mom guilty?
Where the box for party, if it's a phone call or a text message and it has a person's name in there, say I text you and your name is there, how does that populate? How does your name get into that box? Is it something that the phone gets from incoming information, or is it something that's in my phone?
The tool is only able to take the information that is present on the device at the time. In order for contact to be in a phone, it would have to be entered by the user.
So would it be whatever I name your phone number is what will show up in the party?
I've
Correct.
been here
So
every day.
if I have, say, my mother's phone number in there and I say mom, for her
I was
contact
having stuff
information,
out.
it will show up as mom.
I didn't realize.
The software will show up will display the phone number and the contact name that was detected by the tool from the extraction.
So if I've put a contact in mom and the phone number will show up in mom.
Correct.
10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Can you search within this PDF?
Yes.
And do you do that by clicking on the search bar there at the top?
Yes, this is Microsoft Edge, and that is the proper method within this application.
Thank you, Clark.
And so if we were to search, for example, McLean,
Lighten up that gift gallery.
I'm not sure of the spelling.
there we go. Sometimes it takes a second to populate.
It does. It's a large document. As I said, it's 768 pages. So depending on the machine that you're using to conduct your analysis, it could take some time for the document to load.
Okay, and do you use
Oh
these
my
arrows here
goodness.
up and down
Abby,
to
what's my
go to
opinion?
each
I don't even
spot
know
that word is
if we
located?
have time.
Correct. The application Microsoft Edge has detected
yours? You tell
4
me.
entries for the spelling that is in the search box, and you can navigate to each of those 4 entries by using those arrows.
So for example, here at message 6951,
Busy.
it says it's an instant message. It's outgoing, meaning it's going out from Lindsay's phone.
That's correct.
It's on December 21st,
Thank you
2022
for the corgi cord.
at
Thank
2:57
you.
p.m.,
Thank
correct?
you.
Yes, Eastern Time.
And then it says from Lindsay owner to Allison.
Yes.
So that indicates that it's a text message from Lindsay to someone named Allison, correct?
Yes, with the corresponding phone number.
And then here where it
No.
says more of a general depression, mental health program like at
Hold on. I know y'all listening
Is
to
that
me
the
talking
body
about
of
words
the
that,
text message
you know,
that
about
would
all
have
the
been
technical
sent
stuff
from
you don't understand.
Lindsay's phone to
But listen.
Allison?
Correct.
Can I just say to you folks, I love you. I love you. I love you so
Search through the
much.
PDF
I
for
love you.
whatever term you're looking for, whether it be Patrick or medications or
Man,
anything that you're
that's her
searching for.
husband.
It will populate
Never
any
helped her.
text messages or
Never gave
searches
her a mental
about
break.
those keywords.
And then part of
Yes.
the problem, but he didn't do it. How did he frame her?
If we could have
Wow.
both.
Then why don't she say something? Why don't she say, I
Did
didn't
you also do a
free.
report regarding
me
things
out.
that were
Let me be
downloaded
free.
onto Ms. Clancy's phone?
No
Yes.
way. I don't get it.
Um,
Don't you think that
look here,
the
is this,
prosecution,
that report?
Yes, again, this is a supplemental report
Said this
created within
before.
the physical analyzer
ask you again.
analysis tool from Celebrate.
And what is this report
You-
showing us?
A singular
Tanya,
item
thank you for the
from
forward.
the
Thank you.
documents
Thank you so much, Tanya.
section
Let
of
me ask you
the
a serious question.
project tree,
Serious.
otherwise known as the analysis
Do
component
you
of
think
Celebrate Physical
Reddington
Analyzer, and it's one single
Is a good
document.
lawyer doing his job right
You
now?
just-
Yes or no?
This blue hyperlink here at the top, 2022, 10, 12, 15, 28. Is that what you click on to access the document?
Yes, when you create a supplemental report within Physical Analyzer, it
Yes, sis.
when
Yeah.
it creates the PDF, if it has an attachment associated with it,
Thanks to
that
Jeff.
attachment will be in a separate folder within the report.
Okay.
That way, when
Okay.
you click on
So
the actual hyperlink,
listen,
you're brought to the physical
listen,
document
Linda,
itself.
listen. If you
And
think
for example, in this
Reddington
report,
is a
there was
lawyer
a
and doing his
request for
job,
medical leave
then
form
how do you
that
think
was
he missed the
downloaded
fact
to
that
the
his
defendant's
client
phone.
is completely
Yes.
innocent? Explain that to me. How do you
You
come
could go
up
to the
with
next one, please.
the fact that Reddington is awesome, but then also he totally missed that his client is innocent and that Patrick done it?
What are we seeing here in this report from December 26th, 2022 to January 24th, 2023? Is this the same type of search for any information and data on the phone during that time period?
Again, a timeline report is a chronological report of a sequence of events on the device, and it has the same categories as the previous exhibit. And here, the first item within the date parameters happens to be a calendar entry.
Sure is quiet in here. Y'all send me your heart me's and keep tapping. 12.1 thousand likes. I'm going to
So
challenge
we,
you to get to
go here
25,000
to
likes.
page
We have
846 of the
213
document.
souls in the room.
Can you explain for us here, is this web history, website visits that are documented on the phone?
That's one of the categories listed as an artifact. The items shown here on the screen are all associated with web browsing.
And here where we see 10773 and 10774, and they both state, can you treat a sociopath? Those are two entries that have basically the same search term, correct?
Yes,
And that was on January 20th, 2023?
yes.
And they both say 8:28:29 p.m. So is it possible to do two searches at the same time, like it is displayed there?
The Celebrate Physical Analyzer tool parses the information in ways that the information can be categorized in a multitude of ways. Simply because there is more than one entry does not mean that something was done more than once. It's simply just a category that Celebrate has identified. You could have an item that's in searched items because that's what the tool has identified as a searched item. Also within web history, as in the search item occurred within the web history. Does not necessarily mean that it was done more than once. It's the job of the examiner to be able to look at the timestamps and the associated databases to determine is this more than one entry or the same action just categorized in
Maybe
multiple
she
ways.
borrows his car?
When reviewing,
How does that
Ms.
make him a
Clancy's phone,
murderer?
did you see numerous occasions where it looked like something was searched multiple times, but it all had the same exact timestamp?
That's correct.
And so what you just testified to make sure I'm understanding it, would it be accurate to state that one search could be documented and located in many different areas of the phone?
It could be parsed in multiple ways by the analysis tool.
Every time somebody
Is it
comes in here,
categorized?
audience, do me a
Correct.
favor.
So it's
Every
one
time
search
somebody
that's
comes in here
categorized
saying
as-
Patrick
as
did it,
multiple different things.
That's possible.
send me
So
a
here,
hand
when we
heart.
had the search at the same exact time
Let's
down
see how
to
many
the
hand hearts we can
second,
come up with.
that appears to be one
Every time
search
somebody comes
for
in here and
can you
says
treat a
Patrick done it,
sociopath, not two.
send a
correct?
hand heart.
Yes.
To me, for having to listen to it.
We can go to the next one. Now, this area here, the separate report, is this the notes that were found on Ms. Clancy's phone?
That's correct.
There's one,
If we could zoom in on that,
one
please.
hand heart.
And there's basically detailed in journal form, correct?
Yes.
Starting October 24th, 2022, and moving down, correct?
The summary portion that you just pointed to is automatically
gosh.
generated by the application when it reads the first few lines
Oh
of
my gosh,
text.
there's another
The
one.
more relevant date
Edit.
is in the column to the left.
So over here, where it says
Julia
created,
said it.
October 25th, 2022, that's when
That's the second one.
the note is first created.
That is the date that's detected by the analysis tool from the operating system of the device.
What does modified mean?
That's the
Oh, look at Miss Cheryl. She's made it.
date that was detected by the forensic tool and the last time that this note was modified according to the operating system.
It's kind of like
Modified
every
meaning
time
it's
somebody
changed in
says a
some
boy,
way?
you got to take a shot.
Yes.
Okay.
And so if I start a
Oh
note
my
in my
God.
phone on October
Thank you for all
25th,
the
and
love.
I go in there multiple,
much
every day I
detail.
change it.
Thank you.
The
and
last
Parker.
time I
Thank
changed
you.
it is November 3rd. Will it show every modification or just the last modification?
The only date timestamp that will show is the last modification, unless the forensic tool is able to categorize each time the note was changed. I'm only able to detect the modified timestamp or last modified timestamp and just the entirety of the note.
And
No habla español.
excuse me, you don't know how many times this note was modified, correct?
Based on this forensic tool and this artifact,
Oh my God,
no,
Sylvia said it
Can you
again.
tell what within the note
Pull
was
it off.
changed?
Sylvia said it again.
I cannot.
So everything could have been the same and maybe a date changed, or there could have just been a date and everything was changed on November 3rd. You just don't know.
There could just been a one character change on the last modified date, but with this forensic tool and this artifact,
November 3rd. And if we could just scroll down to the October 25th entry. And I would just like you to read
Correct.
this portion of the note. I would read it. I'm sorry, but I'm having some difficulty.
Patrick did not do it.
I'm sad and depressed because I am not able to parent my third child like my first. I want to treat any one of my babies like my first, but I know that's not a feasible possibility. I'm sad that I stopped breastfeeding. I feel not as connected with Cal now. I think I sort of resent my other children because they prevent me from treating Cal like my first baby. And I know that's not fair to them. I know that.
Jennifer.
I was feeling so depressed last evening when Cora and Dawson came home from school. I know it runs off on them, so we had a pretty rough evening. I want to feel love and connection with all my kids. I'm also probably having a bit of an internal conflict because my whole life I wanted to have a lot of kids. I still don't want kids to be our last, but I have a lot of figuring out to do before I have another. I'm on the fence about starting a new medication for anxiety/depression. I just want to feel happy. I want to be able to relax and take care of my kids. And then when they go to bed at night, I want to deeply relax and hang out with Pat and then fall into a deep sleep for 8 hours, get up and pour hard into myself for an hour and a half. Cal was so very planned and desired. I want to be able to give him all the love he deserves. I guess that's what it's like to be the third child, though. He's not the first third child to ever exist. I think I know he'll be okay, but it's really hard for me. I hate that he has to put himself to sleep. I'm sad I'm not breastfeeding anymore, but I think deep down, these are the right choices.
You can listen if people stop saying that Patrick done it.
As for the sleep training, I needed a baby that slept through the night because I simply do not have the opportunity in my life to catch up on sleep. I just don't. If there was a time for me to nap every day, then that may not have been the case, but there really isn't. When Cal naps, I have to take care of Cora and Dawson. That's just how it is. It feels cruel to me that we did not do that to Cal, but the reality is we did what we had to do. I guess I also feel slightly traumatized by the sleep training, but that feeling was only really present when I was severely sleep deprived and paranoid. I know what we did was the right thing and okay. As for the breastfeeding, it kind of goes hand in hand with the sleep training. Once he started sleeping most of the night, it was then a daily struggle to keep up my milk supply. I was having to take a ton of supplements and constantly think about eating and drinking enough to keep the supply up. And then I was having to think about pumping extra to keep it up. And that was really hard to do with Cora and Dawson around. When I tried to leave Cal to go out with Cora and Dawson, I was stressed about the pumping, and not to mention the fact that Cal was at home and not taking a bottle. So it was a battle of if I should pump or not. I know I did the right thing because I need to be able to leave Cal with someone and get fed. As much as I don't want to leave him, I need to be able to. I need to be able to be present with my other kids. I still really, really want a fourth child, but I need a really good therapist before then. I'm on the fence about starting a new med or not. I want to feel happy, but it would be nice to feel authentically happy and not fake. But I need to feel happier than I did last evening because then I was pretty depressed and not enjoying any of my children. It was really sad. I needed the breastfeeding off of my plate. I'm struggling so hard because I wanted to parent each of my kids like my first, and since I can't, that's depressing to me. This is definitely the root cause of all our problems. Now I feel like I'm not parenting any of my kids the way I want to, and that makes me sad too. But I'm going to try my best today. Things I love doing that help me love and appreciate and enjoy my kids are activities with them. I definitely started having some depression after Cora, but once I started getting up and out with her, I felt much better. I think signing Cal up for baby music class would be a great thing. Maybe Fridays can be my day with him. I've just fallen out of the habit of doing anything fun, anything for myself, anything with Pat, and I need to work on that. On a positive note, I had a great deep night of sleep. I'm terrified of something happening to my kids or doing something wrong to mess up their development. Our generation is inundated with information about every aspect of parenting and everything that go wrong if you don't get it right. And all the scary things happening in the world. It's insane. For the last 5 years, I've just filled my mind with all things parenting, and it's just unhealthy.
Thank you. And so everything that you just read would have been written and filled in by the user, correct?
Correct.
If we could go to the next one.
Tap, tap, tap. 15,000 likes. We failed to reach the 25,000 likes within 15 minutes, but
This is another note, is that correct?
tapping his
That's correct.
And this note, it says it was created December 22nd, 2022. But then it was modified on January 23rd, 2023, correct?
Yes.
And this note here, again, you don't know how many times it was modified. You just know the last date it was modified, correct?
That's correct.
And you don't know what was changed in the note. You just know that something was.
Correct.
Okay. If we could go to the next one. Now, in this report,
he's
we're
with
seeing some
forensics.
photographs. Is that correct?
Yes.
And why did you flag these photographs?
The photographs had multiple modification dates relevant to the investigation.
How so?
The photographs have created, modified, and access date that are all the same. However, the metadata indicates a much earlier time.
What is metadata?
Metadata is data about data. An image is data. And with the Celebrite physical analyzer tool, you're able to see the data about.
Julie.
The day is over. You can relax.
The settings, location data associated with the image, where the image was when it was taken, where the device was when the image was taken. A lot of times it'll tell the size of the image or the type of image file that it is.
And so basically, when you look at the metadata of a photograph, you can tell what device was used to take it and the date that the photograph was taken on.
Correct.
And can you also tell if that photograph has been changed or modified in any way and when it was changed?
Thank you for your heartbeat. Thank you.
Using the forensic tool, I can make inferences based on certain modifications.
And how do you do that?
In this case, the image here is a .jpg. That's the file type of this image.
Cindy?
therefore, I know that the image that I'm seeing is created, modified, and accessed on this date. However, it has a capture time of November 2nd, 2022 at 11:27:15 a.m.
And is there,
I know, because I forget to turn it down, but I was just saying
is there
hello to somebody,
something on here
and I
that
was
says
also
when it
letting you
was
know that if you
modified?
want to watch the trial along with talking with us,
Where the cursor is now, it indicates
because I
its
can't,
modification
it
date.
will get flagged. Come on
So
over
how
to
good is when it was
YouTube. It's
created
at
with
Steph's case file.
iPhone 4S
Same
when it was modified?
logo.
Or no, down here, capture time and the metadata is when it was initially created, correct?
Correct. And you look at the source file, you can see the source file indicates that the image was modified under the component where it says adjustments.
So just for the jurors looking at this report,
You don't
during
have
the
to tap all
metadata,
the tabs.
capture time is when the photo was
You
taken.
can see you.
Above it, the 1/23/23, that's the date that the picture was changed in some way.
Yes.
And are you able to tell how the photograph was changed?
I can do analysis based on an image and see that an image from its native format was modified.
Goldfish, are
So
you saying that
basically,
Patrick
if
done it?
I'm on my phone and looking at photos and I brighten something or I crop something, crop someone out of a photo, that would show it as being modified?
It would show it as being modified, and in this instance, it created a new file, which is why it has the created modified date being the same.
And so would it be accurate to state that on this type of phone, when you modify a photo, you can change that photo and leave it there changed, or you can create a new image with that changed photo?
Well, with an iOS device, Apple has the capability of taking what's known as a live photo. It's a proprietary name with Apple, but the exact file type is HEIC file. HEIC stands for High Efficiency Image Container. HEIC or a live photo is essentially that. It's a container or a burst of images that are taken over a very short period of time. It's a more effective way to store an image file within a device. It takes up less room. It also allows the user to have a multitude of pictures to choose from at a single point in time. If you modify an HEIC image to be a singular photo, you can save it to the file type known as a JPEG or JPG.
So a live photo is one of those photos that's taken, and you see a little movement before it settles into the photo when you look at it?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that an automatic setting on iPhones that it's set to live and you have to change it if you don't want that feature?
That's correct.
And so if you modify the photo and save that photo, that modified photo is not live.
Correct.
And is that what you saw here? There were a lot of photographs of the children that were accessed and modified in some way.
Yes.
And during what time frame were these photographs accessed and changed?
During the evening hours of January 23rd, 2023.
This guy's got blonde hair, black hair, and gray hair.
Okay, if we could go to the next, please.
Yeah, he did.
And what is this report displaying?
This is another timeline report with the first event starting January 24th, 2023 at 4:00 p.m.
And does it go on January 24th, 2023 from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m.?
That's correct. It encompasses everything that would be before that time frame. It appears the last entry is 7:02:01 p.m.
And this would contain all of the things that were done with the phone between 4 and 8 p.m. on January 24th,
Oh my God.
2023. Is that correct?
Somebody send me a freaking.
Everything that was detected by the forensic tool based on the extraction type.
And if we could go to the time frame 4:30 to 4:35.
Patrick did not do it. He didn't do it. Rach. Somebody said a heart. Rachel said it. No morgues. You don't have to mute them, Bridget. You don't have to mute them. No morgues. No.
Using the tool, search Miralax. Here, starting at item 37 at 4:46 p.m. Is there a search for Miralax for kids on the phone?
Yes.
And again, we're seeing
The violent
the
victim
search for Miralax for
has
kids.
said it. Every time somebody comes in here saying that Patrick done it,
over and over.
somebody, there's 295 souls. Somebody has to throw a heart
showing up in
because I'm going to have a heart attack.
Correct. As an
Actually,
examiner, I would be looking at the
would
timestamp
not
and
do
also
it.
the
I'm
category,
running heart now.
second box
Right.
in from the left,
Heart.
indicating that the Celebrate software has parsed it in multiple locations.
Thank you, Krista. 300 souls, send your heart, me's.
If you could search for you.
If you have it still.
In searching 3B in the document, we see here multiple sources. You could do a search with the number 3.
I don't believe he did. Are you talking to them? Because
So we see here at
did not do it,
4:43
is it?
p.m. on January 24th.
why are you
search
saying
for the
he is?
3B menu, correct?
Yes.
If we could scroll down a little.
I'm about to throw down right now.
And again, those are all at the same time, so they indicate one search for the menu.
Yes, and the tools parsed it in multiple categories.
And they're going to have to recharge because people keep coming in here saying Patrick done it.
And we could go back. Was there also a search for an Apple Maps for 3V?
Oh my God. Aunt Bluff.
Yes.
And what time was
Not
that?
Aunt B Love. It's Aunt Bluff said it.
Sorry, there's a glare.
Somebody said a heart. Every time somebody says he done it, a heart's got to fly. Yes, I'm middle-aged. Yes, I am, honey. You gonna come in here and try to dog on me for that. Honey, I'm proud I made it to 50. I'm proud. I'm a fucking warrior, bro. Thank you, Amy. Yes, I'm proud of it, hun. I'll be 50 in January. So I'm pretty sure I'm past middle-aged because nobody lives to 100 anymore, hardly.
If we could go to
You little
4:13 p.m.
come in here with that shit on me no more, yo. I'm proud of it. I'm 49.
And here in Apple Maps, do we see 3V restaurant?
Yeah, I was here in the
at 4:13 p.m.
1900s.
Yes.
And when you're using a map feature to look up a location, such as Apple Maps, what type of information do you learn when you plug in a location or an address into Apple
I'm to be
Maps?
proud of because
A
we're
route preview.
warned. We are
And does that route preview give you a length of time it would take to travel to that location?
come up
Depending on what
somebody
you
50,
indicate as your originating location, yes.
woman-minded
And
girl.
so if you
Yes.
plug in 3V
Yes,
restaurant
ma'am.
to Apple Maps and it maps out a route to get there, does it tell you from your location to 3V how long it would take to get there?
Based on
I'm not like
traffic conditions, yes.
Shannon.
Because that changes constantly,
Come
correct?
in here and call
Yes.
you old
So if I
or whatever they
open up my Apple Maps
We
and I
can
put
have
in 3V right now
conversations
from
while
here,
in court
at this
is
time,
going on.
the time it
doesn't
takes to
mean
get there
that
might
life
be
is
different
easy.
than, say, at 6 o'clock tonight.
Yes.
You want me to quiet?
And so if we can go to 4:47 p.m. And here at 4:47 p.m., again, we're seeing the search for Kids Miralax, correct?
Yes.
Is there also a visit to a CVS website
That hurts.
here?
That hurt.
At 4:47:04.
Lindsay.
Yes, it's categorized in multiple categories within the tool, but it parsed an artifact at that time.
If you could scroll down a little, please,
Having hot flash.
to the phone call, the next phone call, right here. This outgoing phone call at 4:48:21 to 781-585-6581. Did you learn that that was a phone call to the CVS at 189 Summer Street in Kingston?
Yes.
And so that would be an outgoing phone call from the defendant's phone to CVS.
Yes.
Can we go to 4:53 p.m., please? And then there's a message, it says, message 80, outgoing from the defendant's phone at 4:53:09 from Lindsay to Patrick Clancey, correct?
Yes.
And it says, any chance you want to do takeout from 3B? I didn't cook anything, it's been a long day, correct?
That's the content of the message.
Is there a response in message 82 from Patrick to Lindsay?
Yes, there is.
And what is the answer?
Yeah.
And then is there a response from Lindsay to Patrick at message 84?
Yes.
And what is that?
Okie dokie.
And then message 86, again from Lindsay to
Thank
Patrick.
you.
Does she send him another message?
She does.
And what does that say?
Check the menu when you can.
And then if you can scroll down to the next message. Is that message 90 from Patrick to Lindsay asking if Callan just got up?
It is.
And then message number 92, is that from Patrick to Lindsay saying also, what are you getting?
Yes.
I'll pair.
And then
I'll
at
pair.
94 at 5:06 p.m., is that from Lindsay to Patrick stating, but it was just a short nap in message 96.
Yes.
And then message 97 at 5:06 is 3D menu search.
Yes.
And that's source says Safari. Is that a Safari web search for the 3D menu?
Safari is the default web browser on an iOS device, and iOS stands for iPhone operating system.
So that's
I
a
ain't
basic
never know
search
cow
for
host
iPhone
today.
for the 3D menu.
Utilizing the Safari web application,
What's
correct?
in here?
And then
The cow
number
host.
98 is that another
I'm
search
going with you today.
for Pedialyte.
Correct.
Excuse me. Now, both the search for 3D menu and the search for Pedialyte are at 5:06:45. How does that happen? That there are two searches for two different things at the same time.
Can you repeat the question?
So you have in message 97, you have on January 24th, 2023 at 5:06:45, a search for 3D menu. Then the same date at the same time, a search for Pedialyte.
Probably got COPD.
And what's the question?
How does it happen that you have two searches at the same time?
I would only be able to make an inference from here without having the forensic tool available to me.
And what would the inference be?
That there was more than one tab open.
Okay, so on your phone or a computer, when you're doing web searches, you can have multiple pages open, correct?
Yes.
And you can just click on whatever page you want to open, you can click on and that will open up.
Correct. You can select which tab you want within the Safari application.
The tabs, right? Okay. So how many tabs can you have open at any one
Thank you
time?
for your follow.
I'm not sure the number, but I've seen iOS devices capable of having more than 30 or 40 tabs open at a time.
So it wouldn't be uncommon or unusual to have at least two open to two different web searches.
No.
Okay. If we could scroll down a little
We're
bit.
going to take a break from his breathing. Somebody said that. Timothy,
And then we have
he worked
106
forensic. He's on the stand right now.
and 105.
This is day
both messages. First
13.
105, we have a web history
So I don't
at
know. This one will last probably
506:47,
another week.
the
If you
menu at
guys
3
want to watch it
restaurant,
with
again, the
us,
source
I'm
Safari.
live on YouTube, so
And then
you
we have
can watch it
cookies
along with
at
me. It's
506:48.
pretty standard. Your pretty standard forensic
Tell us what the
searching.
difference between
It's
those
hard to
two are.
follow if it's not pinpointing certain things, but
They're both from different
yeah,
databases. They're both
probably
associated with
most
web browsing.
ago.
Web history is from the history component of the Safari application. Cookies are installed through web browsing. Through legislation, when you visit a website for the first time, you'll typically be prompted, do you want to allow the website to download cookies onto your device? Cookies downloaded to your device serve a multitude of reasons. One might be that it allows the website or the company to be able to track your activity while on their website, which helps them for marketing and business purposes. Another component of cookies would be to enhance the web browsing experience for a website you go to on a regular basis. It would increase the load time. So it is an artifact that is indicative of web browsing.
And so message 108, again, we have at 506:49, we have a message from Patrick to Lindsay saying, oh, okay, is that correct?
Yes.
And then message 112, we have a message from Lindsay to Patrick where she says Mediterranean Power Bowl, correct?
Yes.
And that was at 5:07 p.m. We have a message 115 from Patrick to Lindsay at
You
5:08
say this.
p.m. Okay, I'll do scallop and pork belly risotto. Is that right?
Yes.
While these
And then
Hang on.
at 5:10 p.m. the phone call right there. Oh, go back to it. And so we have two phone calls here. One at 5:09 p.m. and one at 5:10 p.m. To 508-927-4046. The first one is for 11 seconds, correct?
That's the duration, yes.
And that's noted here above source.
Yes.
And then the second is 47 seconds, is that correct?
Correct.
Did you look into these two phone calls?
I don't recall.
Okay. Do you recall the 508-927-4046 being the number for the 3V restaurant?
Yes.
And if we could scroll down a little bit. Are there further searches at 5:13 p.m. Starting at number 128 for Pedialax?
That's correct.
And again, we're seeing that same thing with the same time, but multiple different categories that one search is located in, correct?
Correct. Single artifact, multiple categories that the tool parsed it as.
Can we go to 5:33 p.m., please? Oh, I'm sorry, I stopped there, thank you. 146, message 146, a message from Lindsay to Patrick at 5:15 p.m., which states Pedialex liquid stool softener, correct?
Yes.
And then at 147, we have 5:33:51 p.m. Is that a phone call from Patrick's phone to Lindsay's phone?
Yes.
And that has zeros in it for duration. Does that indicate the call wasn't answered?
It would be an inference.
And then going down to 150, we have an outgoing call from the defendant's phone to Patrick Clancey for 14 seconds at 5:30.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
That means the call lasted approximately 14 seconds.
Correct.
And then the last item there, item 152, that is an incoming call to the defendant's phone from Patrick Clancey, correct?
Yes.
And again, we have zeros here indicating that the call wasn't answered, correct?
It's an inference, yes.
The bow tie lawyer?
If I could have these reports that I just went over submitted on this disc as the next exhibit.
That may be admitted.
Oh my gosh, me too.
Did you also,
That throw.
looking through the defendant's phone,
Why are we
access
having
the information on the
somebody who
calendar
did the
portion of the
autopsy the
phone?
other day,
I did.
and then
And
you
the
got,
calendar portion of the phone,
an autopsy
does
person
that have
5 days
different
later,
data,
and then we got to go back and
populated by
talk
the phone
to
itself and
the
Apple,
forensics guy
and
who's
then
been there
items
since the beginning.
populated by the user?
Confusing to me. I
Yes.
would have went
Give
in
us an
the order
example
in
of
which
something that
it
would be
happened.
populated by Apple and not the user.
A national holiday such as Christmas Day would be populated by the operating system through the web, through the application of calendar.
And then if I'm using my phone and I'm putting in appointments or parties or things I'm going to, that would be something that the user is putting into the calendar?
Correct.
And did
Yeah, I
you
know.
do a report of all the calendar activity for Lindsay Clancey's phone from August 4th, 2022 to January 31st, 2023?
I did.
I could have this marked as today's exhibit.
All right, that may be admitted. Ms. Sprague, is this a good time to take the morning break?
I just have one more exhibit to put in and then I would be done.
That's fine.
Did you, I'm sorry.
All right, thank you.
Did you also do a report on all the text messages between the defendant's phone and an individual that had been labeled mommy?
My boss
Yes.
hurt.
And was that for the month of January 2023?
I did.
We moved to have these admitted as the next exhibit.
All right, that may be admitted.
I have nothing further.
All right.
Where
So why don't we take the morning recess?
122
at this
souls in this
time?
room
All
right
right,
now.
so
We're
members
just
of the jury are going to take a
have
short
been in
recess.
here there.
And then we'll
Switching up
return
when who's asking
back
who
to the
what,
case.
so you're not missing nothing. I want you to. I'm going to challenge you to get the 50,000 likes. We're listening to the Lindsay Clancey all together. I believe this is like day 13. Reddington's up. They're showing Lindsay right now. She doesn't seem to be upset. Do you think she has any regret or remorse? Is she crying for her or the fact that her children are dead?
All right, we'll be in recess on this matter. Thank you.
Okay. They are in recess. She just flipped her hair. So we are just going to let that flow there. Probably going to be in recess for the next 10 or 15 minutes. Oh, for the love of God. Beck, thank you, Miss Cheryl. Miss Cheryl is on it. Thank you. Every time somebody comes in here and says Patrick has done it, somebody in this room has to send a hand heart. Crying because her children are dead, but also because the system failed her. Thank you, Angelica. Thank you. Good morning, Leah. I have to say I have wondered. Thank you, Melissa Martin, for the heart me. I have wondered, okay? The process of thought here. Thank you, Leah. The process of thought. If she had logical reasoning, logical processorial thinking, however you want to say it, and knew what to use to take the children's lives, she knew that, and she had enough wherewithal to schedule her husband not to be there for running errands. She knew how to do that. So why do you think she didn't know to call 911 and say, I'm thinking, I keep hearing this voice that keeps telling me to kill my children, and I know it ain't right, but I'm about to do it. Please send someone right away. What about that? Firebird! But do you, in other words, do you think He drugged her? Where's the proof? Marie says it's him. What do y'all got to do? Everybody, every time somebody says it's him, an angel here gets its wings. A Steph's Case Files gets her hand heart. No. Sorry if that busted your eardrum. I get a little excited. Don't mean to be. No, he did not do it. Miss Cheryl, thank you. No, he did not do it. Million. No, he did not do it. There's my another heart. Every time somebody says Patrick done it, thank you, Dana. A follower sends me a heart. Every time. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. TikTok Trish, he did not do it. No, he didn't. Dancing Mama said he did it. No, he didn't. Y'all are going to break my followers. They're having to go recharge coins. No, he didn't, Faye. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he did not. No. You think about, I don't know about that. Thank you for the finger hearts. He didn't do it because Lindsay said she done it. That's why I got to keep getting hand hearts to put up with listening to it. Oh, I don't know. Well, you can text Apple phone. Is it iPhone to iPhone? I'm not sure. I see you, Delirium. Dragonfly, I see you. He said he couldn't ring 911 across the Wi-Fi, was unable to call her. Is she? No, Million, no. There's no proof. There's no proof. There's no proof. Here's my theory. She killed them. He is not. He did not. Look, Miss Cheryl's going to have to go recharge. Thank you, Miss Cheryl. No, he didn't. Now y'all just trying to get hearts out of my followers. Patrick is a monster. He is. Patrick sucks. If you flood the chat, you get banned. He sucks. He sucks as a husband. He sucks as a friend. He sucks as everything that you could possibly think about. But he didn't do it. He left her with the kids. Though she said that she had thoughts of doing it. He most likely did not give her any mental breaks. That's why she was overloaded. Bad husband. Still not a murderer. Did he drive her to do it? I think he had some sort of part in her processing of thinking that led to it. But he didn't physically do it. He didn't change no clothes. He ain't changing no shoes. Penny says he done it. No, he did not. No. 1, 2, 3, 4 5 people in here. Do I date prisoners? What does that mean? I don't date nobody, honey. I've been married since 1994. No. So a lot of people did talk about the fact that her body temperature was 82 degrees. And if you're in comparison, yes, you can go compare it to the Karen Reed trial. Annie says for me to back up my stance on how he didn't do it because Lindsay said she did. Probably higher, but they were inside. Yeah, and then somebody in the comments said that there was a spinal injury. I mean, the reason her temperature dropped so low is because she had a spinal injury. I agree with Brittany. Healthcare failed her. Dr. Tufts certainly failed her. Her husband failed her. Totally agree. Yep. 2 different people in 2 different parts of the world in this room at the same time, at the same moment, said they all failed her. Did y'all see that? 445 souls in this room. If you are in here and you do not follow me, please do so. It's totally free to do. Just hit that button right there beside my name. I think there were a lot of symptoms. I mean, he read out part of her journal, and it's heartbreaking. I want to be well. I don't want to be this way. And I can acknowledge that, but at the same time, I don't understand because why wouldn't you call 911 and say, "Help, I think I'm a murderer. I think I want to be a murderer." And then she took one life of the one child. If you're walking over to get exercise bands, yes, Cheyenne, I would say call the 911. I would call every day until I got the correct help. We've been watching the trial. I'm not pro Patrick. I am, he didn't do it. He sucks, but he didn't do it physically. So just believe him? No, I believe Reddington. I believe both attorneys. I believe all the detectives. I believe the videos. I believe Lindsay. Do you see where I'm going? Manda Fofana Banana. She said Patrick did it. Now somebody owes me a heart. They're saying something with the spine injury done it. The spine injury was the reason her temperature dropped so low. Miss Cheryl's back in with the heart because somebody said Patrick done it. What's happening right now? What's happening? No. So what are you guys going to do now? What's happening now? What do we do? If you're so convinced that Patrick's done it, what do we do now? How do you get charges brought on him? Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I know how. You can't because he didn't do it. But did they handle her personal medical records? Can they really say so for sure? I can't even believe it. Can we please stay focused on the fact that Lindsay Clancey done it? Because he picked up the exercise bands and overrode her DNA, trying to get them off his children's necks. Yeah, I'm real. I'm for real. No, he overrode hers. Shelly's coming in here saying he done it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do then? Call the police. Let them know. Call the police. Let them know that all of their training and all of the attorneys' training and all of the courts' training is out the door because TikTok said Patrick done it. So the importance today, I felt like they read the journal to talk about her state of mind at the time. These journal entries would be from August and on, August 22, 2022. And really it was about forensics, about certain things. I have 174,999 followers now. Sorry, butterfly. Anyway, the point of today was the forensics to show that she made those certain searches at those times, or she's visited certain pages. I won't. I love it. I love it. People done come up in here not knowing what I've been through on this app for the last 6 years. I've been through everything. You do not scare me. Thank you, Parker. Thank you, Autumn. Thank you. If you're in here, please give me a follow. It's totally free to do. I want to see how many people are going to follow me that's in this room after Butterfly says that I'm going to lose 174,000 of you. I ain't doing nothing to the comments. If you putting something in the comments, as long as you finish the comments, then you're saying something that's bad or it's flagging you. But hands free, I'm not controlling the comments. Thank you, Dean. Thank you. I hear I'm pretty popular in Australia. Throw down. Melissa, thank you for the sweet little kitties. Those are very cute. Thank you. Now, are you asking me what I think will happen? What do I think the jury will find? Tennessee. I'm from Kentucky, but I think they're going to find her not guilty by reason of insanity. I do. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean to Lindsay Clancey. I'm just saying, please use common sense. She faces 3 counts of first-degree slaughter along with other charges, including strangulation and assault. Where would we be had Lindsay not lived? Would we still be saying Patrick done it? Or would you be okay with that? Hung? Now, I'll tell you right now, Kathy, if this jury gets hung, I don't know that Lindsay Clancey can go through another trial. I'm concerned. I don't know if she can. Who did not see yesterday where she broke down and said, I can't do this anymore? Who did not see that? Okay. While they're on break, I can go play it. Now, you can't see it on here. You can hear it. But I can play it for you and we can watch it together on YouTube. If you want to come over and watch it right quick, it's at Steph's Case Files on YouTube. At Steph's Case Files on YouTube. This happened yesterday. But it's a pretty important moment to kind of see her frailness in her state. Okay, so I'm going to play it now.
Autopsy on Cora Clancey on January 25th, 2023.
Yes.
And did you follow that same process with Cora Clancey?
Yes.
And so that started with a document review, is that correct?
Yes.
And what type of documents are you reviewing when you do that?
Typically, I have a preliminary police report to review, as well as either EMS records or records from the emergency department.
And did you start with an external examination of Cora?
Yes.
And what did you observe during that external examination?
The external examination of Cora, I saw evidence of medical intervention. She was intubated, had various EKG pads and defibrillator pads on her body. She also had a catheter on her right hand and puncture sites on her left hand and her left groin. She had her neck stabilized with a cervical collar, and she had an intraosseous catheter, which is a type of IV they put directly into the bone on her right lower leg. Her hands at the time of my external examination were covered by police evidence bags, and they were secured at the wrist with tape. When I removed those, the fingers showed no evidence of injury, and the fingernails were all of equal length and intact. And then I noted evidence of trauma of the neck with associated injuries of her head and minor injuries of her right arm and of her legs as well.
And in terms of the injuries that you observed, evidence of trauma to her neck, were there also injuries to her face and neck area that seemed to go along with the trauma to her neck?
Yes, there were findings of the head that were associated with the trauma of the neck.
And what were those?
So on her neck, she had a ligature furrow. A ligature is an object used to apply external force to the neck or compress the neck. And a furrow is simply the pattern of injury that develops underneath the site of compression. So for Cora, her ligature furrow consisted of a linear, horizontally oriented area of pallor or paleness around her neck with distinct superior and inferior edges. On the front part of her neck, the lower half of the ligature furrow was associated with additional red abrasions ranging from 1 to 2 millimeters in size. And on the back of her neck, the superior and inferior edges of the ligature furrow had developed some linear bruising as well.
And what do you mean by a furrow?
So again, the furrow is a ligature is when you have external compression by an object on the neck, and a furrow is simply a pattern of injury that occurs beneath it. It can be an imprint, it could be a pattern, or it could be more developed types of injuries such as bruising or abrasions.
And what about injuries?
All right, Council, could, we're going to take a break this time, all right?
All right. George, close your notebooks. Place them on the chairs, please. Just wait for you.
Recess for a few minutes. I'm going to come back. We'll speak to council in regards to schedule. Okay.
Okay. So that was from yesterday. A few people left, which I totally understand. But for those of you who wanted to hear it, probably I'm going to say at this point, I felt horribly for her. And I know she took her 3 children. I know. But in this moment where it just sounded like her soul was going to break in half, that was hard to listen to. Regardless of how you feel on who was guilty or not guilty, it's still hard to listen to. Thank you. I did notice, though, I will say this. For those of you on the Big YT, you can come back over to TikTok if you want, or stay whatever you want to do. But I did notice that as soon as, because there's other video, it's a little bit longer than this. As soon as like the jury walked out, she got a little bit calmer. Now I'm not going to say that's on purpose, but I have not seen the 2 nurses yet. The 2 nurses, I hadn't seen them yet. have to come help her yet. This was the first time. And excuse me if I've not been able to keep track or I'm confused, but how many autopsies do we have left to discuss? Cora's was Cora's. And I know they talked about the little boy. Because she's going to have to go through that again. One more, says Frey. Thank you. One more. So one more. They're back in the courtroom. We have 514 souls in here while I get this back up. If you're in here and don't follow me, please do so. It's totally free to do. All you have to do is hit that follow button. It's right there by my name. That way you can keep up with this and all things true crime. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I don't see that they're back. My live view still shows the seal. Yes, in your daily heartbeat. Thank you for your follow. I have to say, I don't remember Andrea Gates or Susan Smith reacting this way. Am I wrong? Now, it's been many, many years, right? So I'm not saying that they did it. I'm just saying I don't recall that kind of reaction from them. Andrea Yates wasn't recorded. Thank you. Steffi says, no, they didn't. Right. I've never, either she's a good actress or she really is broken. Is there, let me ask you this, because I don't know. I'm really asking. As a court person, the stenographer, do they have to write down Lindsay, court ended because Lindsay Clancey broke down and had to leave the courtroom? Because if that's the case, then in Andrea Yates' case, if it wasn't recorded, then there's still some sort of transcript if she had a breakdown in the courtroom. There's still some sort of record of it. Yeah. Thank you for your follows. Thank you, guys. Just Jen, and I'm going to tell you right now, that new thing that they're doing with talking into the thing, I don't know if it's new or what, but I can't do that. I couldn't do that. I could do the shorthand probably, but to have to repeat everything that everybody says, how in the world do you do the mouth thing? Let me ask you all this as a collective. What should have been done differently? Your machine writer. What could have been done differently? To either prevent it, to prevent it, to prevent their deaths, of course, and also everybody's lives being ruined. What would you charge him with, though? What would the charges be? A lot of you are still on Patrick. Everybody put Patrick down. Let's leave him alone for just a second and focus on What could have been done differently? Medical, I mean, he could have done different things differently. Patrick, if you want to talk about him, I'll throw down on him for that. How dare you leave a house? I don't care if she said it 3 months ago or 3 years ago. You're telling me you're thinking about killing my kids, honey. We ain't staying here with you. We leaving. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Perez Hilton, yes, yes, it's real. The psychosis is real. I've been in psychosis. It's real. Face-to-face appointments instead of remote. That's important. The meds, true. They shouldn't assume someone with mental health struggles is a culprit. You're only a culprit of something that if you said you done it. I guess I want her to be held responsible, but at the same time, I want to have mercy. But at the same time, I don't want the courts to set a precedence where it's like, okay, everybody go off your children's, and then when you come to court, just say it was because you were having a mental breakdown. I don't want people to think that they can use it as an excuse. It has to thoroughly be investigated and thoroughly be proven. So far, this is day 13. Do you think Reddington has proven, if you were on the jury, to you that this was a failure of the medical system and medicines instead of a cold heart killer being hidden like a sheep, like a wolf in sheepskin? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I think we're all on the same page here. There's 514 souls in here. Please hit the follow button if you haven't done so. It is totally free to do, and I really appreciate your follows. So I think we're on the same page as I can totally appreciate Reddington's abilities here. And he has, to me, he has proven that point. He's proven the point. Patrick, in my opinion, is only responsible in the way of not giving enough mental breaks, leaving her with the kids, period. But did he go physically do it? No. Court's back in session. I think he was too, Kendra. Uh-oh. Patrick's guilty. Somebody throw me a hand heart.
It never really sat right with me, leaving him alone all the time. He's such an important part of my life, but I didn't realize there was enough.
Sorry, commercial. Your heartbeat. Parker. Thank you. Thank you for the hand heart. Every time somebody says Patrick did it, I get a hand heart for having to listen to the nonsense. Miss Cheryl, thank you so much. That he is.
Your Honor, for the purpose of the record, we return back to the trial of Commonwealth versus Lindsay Clancey. All parties are present, including the defendant and including the 18 jurors.
All right, Mr. Reddington?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Morning.
Morning, sir.
5 more minutes.
So you are part of the prosecution team that handles the downloads of
I'm going to go take
computers
my
and
dog.
cell phones and things like that.
I'll be right back.
Specifically mobile devices, sir, not computers.
Mobile devices, okay. And the other gentleman that testified, Pavo, is that his name?
Paveo, sir.
Paveo. And he did the laptops that were found in the office, in the home, right?
Correct. He has those certifications.
Okay. Now, the district attorney had asked you some questions about different searches that you had done on Celebrate and on Axiom. All your searches dealt with Lindsay's cell phone, right?
To clarify, sir, I did no searches on Axiom.
Okay. You did searches on Celebrate.
It's the only forensic tool I use, correct?
All right. And basically, I'm just trying to get a handle on that you and your other brother or sister officers would examine, for example, the computers that were found in Patrick's office in the house, right? You didn't, but the other people did, right?
That's correct.
And then you got the computer, strike that, you got the cell phone that was Lindsay's cell phone, right?
Yes, sir.
And you then did, what's called an advanced logical of Lindsay's phone. Is that right?
That's correct.
And what is an advanced logical? What does that mean?
It's an extraction that utilizes the iTunes backup of an iOS device, and it acquires most of the user-facing content, meaning calls, texts, images,
okay,
browser history.
So you lost me on user-facing. What does that mean?
What the user sees when they're using the phone.
Okay, so like if you pick up a phone and you open it up, then you're interfacing with the phone and you're looking at different things, such as photographs, emails, text, things like that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In addition to Trooper, now Sergeant Paveo, and yourself, there also was another trooper that you were working with, a guy by the name of Rabbit, like Roger Rabbit, right?
Yes, Joseph Rabbit was assigned to the unit at the time.
And he also conducted a search, but he did what's called a full file system extraction, right?
I don't recall.
Okay, what is a full file system extraction as opposed to advanced logical extraction?
A full file system extraction would acquire the databases and information that you cannot see as a user on a device.
I see. So your extraction was done on January 30th, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And Rabbit's extraction was done on January 27th, right?
I'm not aware of Trooper Rabbit's extraction.
Did you ever collaborate with him as investigator investigating Lindsay Clancey on this case and talk about what you located or what he located?
I had no discussion with him about the phone extraction.
All right. Is he still working for the state police?
He is.
Would you agree with me that the full file extraction actually gets more information than the advanced logical? In other words, Rabbit's extraction would have got more information than you got on your advanced logical.
That's correct.
So one of the things the district attorney had asked you about was in reference to Exhibit 237. And that would be the Celebrate report. Is that correct? Basically, the caption for the extraction on the Celebrate report.
This is a supplemental report that I completed from the physical analyzer software.
Okay. And would that be Celebrate?
Yes.
They're still forensicing.
Looking at Exhibit 237, the second page, that on the very top that I'm looking at here, can you tell me on the right, what is it depicting on the right?
It's
a little box. Yeah, I know that. See the little box? Oh, well, You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to approach you. This here is the exhibit that the district attorney asked you to look at, 237, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And it's a Celebrate report, right?
It's a supplemental report, yes.
And that would be the calendar search, right?
The calendar supplemental report, correct.
Okay. So that means that if Lindsay had appointments anywhere, it would have been presumably, if she put it in the phone, in her calendar, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when you looked at your investigation, directing your attention to the start time, what date are we talking about here?
I don't like when he gets away
Start
from the
time
mic
is August 14th.
and I can't tell what's being said.
Midnight. End time would be August 14th, 2022, 11:59 p.m.
Okay. So if you look down to the next one, it says, what date?
August 23rd, 2022, 10 a.m.
Okay. And did she make an entry on
did.
her computer on that date and time?
She did, sir.
And can you tell me what the entry was?
Subject is 10 a.m. Callan, Kingston vaccine.
So Callan would be the son. She had it in her phone that he had an appointment to get a vaccine at 10 p.m.
The time is 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Okay. And the next one, what is the next one?
Would you like to know the subject, sir, or the date?
Yeah, sure. Just whatever the date is and then what the subject is.
Okay. The start time is August 23rd, 2022, 5 p.m. The subject of the entry is 9:45, Kingston, Dawson, ear check.
And that would be indicative of an appointment that she had at the pediatrician's office for Dawson's ear check at 9:45 in the morning. Is that correct?
Could be an inference, I'm not sure, but that's the entry.
Tap and his button challenge you to get to 85,000 likes.
Now, looking at Exhibit 235, you can tell me, what is this document?
I recognize it as a screen capture from an Axiom phone extraction.
All right. And you did indicate you were Axiom qualified, right?
I am not, sir. I'm familiar with the program as a result of my training with Great Key. Magna Forensics owns Great Key Technology, and in the training course for Great Key, process extraction is using Axiom, but I'm not certified in the software of Axiom.
But you can interpret it. You understand what that shows you. It's just a listing of different activities on the phone, right?
I'm aware of what the screenshot depicts, yes.
All right. Can you tell me see the highlighted one, can you tell us what that is, the date, the time, and what it's referencing? Do you need a magnifying glass?
References a website, sir.
And what's the website?
Mail.google.com.
That mail, like M-A-I-L, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Does it indicate whose mail it is? Does it show it on the right-hand side of the box?
I can't definitively determine whose mailbox it is.
Okay.
Trooper, I'm going to ask you, make sure you keep your voice up, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
The next page. It's pretty much the
What
same.
about Reddington? We can't hear him. Put a mic on him. You got to put a mic on him.
Can you tell us on that page who signed in under what email?
The artifact is indicating that there's a title with an email.
What's the name?
Sorry. PATRICClancy@gmail.com.
So that's fair to say that would be patrickclancy@gmail.com. That's his email
Oh, they just
that's
gave his
signed
email
in
out. That's great.
on Lindsay's Facebook. Did I say?
I can't confirm that.
Okay. And when you were going through her phone, is it fair to say that I mean, there wasn't much in her life that wasn't exposed to the state police and the DA's office and the investigators. I mean, your report initially was 180,000 pages of PDF, right?
It was a very large download, sir.
Does 180,000 sound about right?
It does.
So 180,000 pages on a PDF, you do a number of extractions, and then you get into the one that you were testifying about. The district attorney indicated that you stated that it was 768 pages of text messages that she had, along with photographs perhaps.
That was a timeline search. The number of items in that report are indicative only of the time frame in which I was utilizing within the software.
Okay. So when you went through her phone, did you come across on a Celebrate report searching for where is the carotid artery?
I don't recall.
Did you come across, might be easier this way. This is a Celebrate report on Lindsay's phone, right? Now, I understand that you might not have been standing next to another cop going through the records and documents on her phone, but on this, you're able to recognize.
It is a Celebrate report, sir.
And it's a Celebrate report for her phone. You can tell by the numbers, right? Maybe this would help a little bit.
Ross, you believe
See this
in a
here where
cell
it talks
cell
about
or
source
in
file,
mental?
and it's got a number, quadruple 08110-0009225E and all the rest of them. That would be her phone, right?
I don't have that number memorized.
Of course not, but it would be in your report.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Celebrate extraction report.
It would depend on the supplemental report that you have, sir, whether or not that character was displayed.
Because this is, we agree, is Lindsay's cell phone. Celebrate extraction report.
This item you have here, sir?
No, I'm sorry, the exhibit.
This is the calendar supplemental report, yes.
For Lindsay, so what's the number? You must have a number that would connect to her phone, like an address, like your home address, but in fact, it would be a number, right?
It's a device identifier. It is not presented in this supplemental report.
Okay, where would the device identifier be presented?
It'd be presented in the front page of the initial extraction report.
And that's the 780,000, whatever these pages, right? You don't have that here. Certainly 180,000 pages. You don't have that here, right?
No, sir.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Sure. Mr. Barrow, from Did you bring your report today with you? Just the report, not all the exhibits?
No, sir.
So you would agree with me, sir, that one of the concerns as an investigator that you had is things such as looking for buzzwords like suicide, right?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
When you're looking on the target's phone, and out of this whole courtroom, the target would be Lindsay Clancey, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you had access to her phone, right?
Yes, sir.
And you all went into it with a search warrant, right?
Yes, sir.
And you were looking for different topics such as suicide, drugs, killing kids, I imagine, to investigate, right? You had buzzwords.
Yes, sir.
And did you come across, for example, a search that indicates carotid artery?
I don't recall.
Did you come across a search on Safari, how to slit your throat to die?
I don't recall.
Did you come across a search, can you turn airbags off on Kia Sorento?
I don't recall.
Did you know that she had a Kia Sorento?
I did not.
If I approach you with this Celebrate report, sir, does that give you the numbers for what I just went through with these searches?
The universal device identifier is a match.
It is a match, okay.
Yes, between this document in my hand and the ones that you're holding.
So would you, what's the first search on the first box?
The value associated with the source file is carotid artery.
And the next box?
How to slit your throat to die.
And the next box?
Can you turn airbags off on Kia Sorento?
These all came from Lindsay's phone, right?
I can't confirm that.
Well, it's a pretty good inference, right?
Yes, sir.
Run right off of these.
If we could just see
Sure.
them at sidebar.
Wow. Did you all know about that? She searched for how to. I'm packaging jewelry packages. I sell jewelry too, so sorry if I'm multitasking, but that's what she searched, was how to turn the airbags off or not make them work in her car. Jacqueline, I know what you're going for. I know what you're going for right now. Don't make somebody else send me a heart me. They're having a side buy right now. They're having a side buy. Is it premeditated? Someone on her phone did. If you want to be court legally legal, but even though that's what they just said, it would try to imply that maybe Patrick got on her phone and done that. No, but who else would do it? Or on the computer, wherever she done it, but who else would do it? Oh, Lord. This is a long side buy. I got one more package to package. I sold these little cute little black turtle earrings, little shell earrings. Aren't they so cute for $1? For $1. I got 700 pairs of earrings on the way. So if you like earrings, I will sell them to you for $1. $1. Because now where people is going to go with it is okay. So Patrick got on the computer and Patrick searched that. Was he going to deactivate then? Is that the accusation that he was going to deactivate the airbags in her car? I sell them on Vinted, Vinted, Vinted. It's a side buy, so I'm going to show you this. Oh, that is true. Well, it's an app, but this is the name. I'm on Depop, Macari, Poshmark, Etsy, but mainly all of my listings are here on Vinted. This is where you find the $1 goods. And that's what the icon looks like. They are still sidebarring. There must have been an issue with how something was asked, or they're confused. I've got one package left here. I got to get these out so I can run them by the mailbox later. One package left. It didn't show that Patrick Googled it, but I think they did say someone, or I wasn't listening, or maybe that was when I took Roscoe out. But this is a super long sidebar. Well, I mean, they were saying, I guess his email was logged in on, was it on her phone or was it her computer? I missed that part, but they were saying it was logged in on, which really doesn't prove who logged in on it. Her phone. Thank you. Thank you. So, I mean, I check my husband's email for him daily. That's not something he does. He's not a techie person, although we know Patrick Clancey is. But I wouldn't find it abnormal that she would be in his email. And we're back.
Thank you. And just, thanks. And if I can, just for continuity, sir, looking at what has been marked as Exhibit R.
Sass. Hi.
S, and T for identification, not an exhibit yet. Sure it would have, but nevertheless, questions about it. You do agree with me that the phone identifier numbers are listed here, and they're pretty much the same on these two exhibits, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that would be Lindsay Clancey's phone, right?
I can't confirm that. Yes, sir.
So I've just handed you Exhibit 237, sir. Can you tell me what that exhibit is? The district attorney
Well, I
questioned
hope
you
you're
about
doing it too. It's been a minute.
It's a supplemental report that I compiled from the Celebrate software on the calendar application.
Do you have access to what was referred to as the mummy text messages?
Not with this document, sir.
So that document is the calendar that we had already gone through as far as seeing the doctor, 9:45 and 10 o'clock appointments, right?
That's correct.
Sorry. Is the
Exhibit 238.
Exhibit 238, sir, if I may. On the exhibit, sir, this would be captioned the mummy text message thread between Lindsay and her mother. Is that fair to say?
For January of 2023, sir, yes.
Okay, so this search was limited by the police to January of 2023 for the texts between Lindsay and her mother, right?
Correct, sir. It's a filtered supplemental report from Celebrate.
Filtered supplemental report, okay. So who would be, when the jury's looking at these in the jury room, who would be the blue texter? Would it be Lindsay or her mother?
You could just look at the participant delivered status sent from Lindsay owner to mommy. So the green would be from the owner of the phone to the recipient, mommy.
Okay, so green would be Lindsay, blue would be the mother.
That's correct.
All right. Now, let me give you Exhibit 238, and just a representative example. I mean, looking through Will you look at September 28th at 6:18 in the morning?
Sir, can you repeat that date?
Yeah, sure. September 28th. Oh, you didn't do, that's right, you didn't do September. You only did January, right?
Sir, this exhibit is just for January of 2023.
Okay, I apologize. Let's jump to January then. Now, let's say January 3rd, 8:35 in the morning. Do you have that?
One moment, sir.
Sure.
Now we're coming into January.
Yes, sir.
And what did Lindsay say to her mother on January 3rd at 8:35 in the morning?
At 59 seconds, sir.
Yeah.
I'm all right, period. Anxious about meeting with the whole psychiatry team.
How about the next message that she sent at January 3rd at 8:37 in the
Reading
morning?
text messages between her and
And 31 seconds.
Sure.
I'm just worried they won't send me home soon.
Now, do you know, as a police officer working on this case, what she meant, send me home? Do you know where she was on January 3rd?
It would be an inference only, sir.
That's all right. You can infer.
I believe she was in a medical facility.
McLean Hospital.
I recall that hospital being mentioned.
And then on January 8th, sir, at 10:44 in the morning, was there a text from her mother to Lindsay, if you know? 10:44. Where the mother asked, did you sleep good?
1 second, sir. It's cut off by the clip here. 10:44 and 30 seconds a.m.
Yeah.
From mommy to Lindsay. Great. That will be fun. Sleep good last night, question mark.
And did she respond? She meaning Lindsay?
She did.
What'd she say?
I actually did.
And this was on January 8th, sir?
That's correct.
January 10th, could you pull that up, please, at 9:48 in the morning?
I apologize, sir. Can you repeat the time on the
Sure.
10th?
9:48 in the morning, beginning with mother asking questions of Lindsay. Still sleeping good, question mark.
I have a message at 9:48 and 15 seconds from mommy to Lindsay.
Okay, what is that?
Good morning. How are you doing today? Question mark.
And what did she say in response?
Good, period, at the gym with the kids.
And what was the date? Was that January 10th?
2023, 9:48, 21 seconds a.m.
So do you have January 10th in front of you, not the 23rd?
Okay, my correction, sir. January 10th, 2023 at 9:48 and 21 seconds.
All right. And what did the mother ask her?
Nice, still sleeping good.
Did she ask her, are you feeling better during the day? And she said, so far, a little bit.
Would you like me to read that, sir?
Yeah.
At January 10th, 2023, 9:53:01 seconds a.m. Are you feeling any better during the day? From mommy to Lindsay.
And go to January 12th, 11:09 in the morning.
Yes, sir.
What did she say? What did mommy say?
From mommy to Lindsay, January 12th, 2023, 11:09, 32 seconds a.m. Still feeling a little better, question mark.
And how did she respond? How did Lindsay respond?
A little bit.
And then on January 16th, well, wait a minute, January 14th at 1:05, I think in the afternoon. Can you pull that one up?
Yes, sir. One moment.
Okay. You recall where it starts as, I'm waiting for the day. And that would be from Lindsay to her mother.
Can you repeat the time one more time, sir?
1:05
a.m. or p.m.?
p.m.
And this is on the 14th, sir?
Yes, sir. Yep. January 14th.
I have a message from Lindsay to mommy, January 14th, 2023, 1:05:13 seconds p.m.
Saying,
About the same, period, hanging in there and waiting for the day I wake up and feel me.
so she says, waiting for the day I wake up feeling like me, right?
That's correct, sir.
Okay. And then on the 16th of January, if you can pull that one up. January 16th at 10:20.
They are talking about text messages between Lindsay and her mom right now. If you're just joining, this is the Lindsay Clancey trial, day 13. We have 305 souls in here watching.
I have a message from Lindsay to mommy, January 16th, 2023, 10:20, 24 seconds a.m.
And what did it say?
It was fun, period. Cora and Dawson enjoyed, period.
Now, did it make reference at any point in the text that was a reference to the Cape Codder? Is that in there at all? Do you see it? It was fun, referring to what was fun, if you know.
Not in this particular message, sir.
Okay. And then continuing on, sir, January 18th, would you agree that she inquired of her mother, or the mother asked, are you starting a new med? She said, I did. I started it two nights ago. And that basically the mother was asking her about her medications and how she felt and how she was doing, right?
One moment, sir. I just have to get to that point.
This seems like a
You know what? That's okay, because it's an exhibit and the jurors are going to have it and they can take a look at it. So that's okay. We're good on that.
Okay, don't answer the question.
No, you don't have to answer. That's all right.
Okay, sir.
Now,
morning, Gigi.
on January 24th, District Attorney asked you about Google searches, Googling 3V restaurant, looking at the distance from the house to 3V restaurant, looking up menus. You recall answering her questions on that?
I do, sir.
And you're familiar also, prior to that, on the same day, that she had taken the baby to a doctor and that Pat texted her and asked basically, you know, how did it work out? Do you recall that?
Pat.
I recall the doctor's appointment. I don't recall the text.
Do you recall that Lindsay sent a picture of her and her children taken that afternoon?
I recall the snowman photo.
I'm sorry?
I recall the snowman photo.
Okay. And that was on the 24th of January, right?
It was, sir.
Do you recall that Pat texted back and said something like, oh, wow, you're a good mom? Call that?
I don't recall the text.
Betty's changed his mind.
One of the other searches that you did would be, are you aware that there were searches for medical, such as questions regarding bipolar symptoms, psychosis? Can you be in DKA without high blood sugar? Page after page after page. Trazodone. What is the effect of trazodone? Wellbutrin. How do you feel on trazodone? Ativan addiction. Prozac, Trazone, going on and on and on. You guys saw this on her search on her phone, the Celebrate, right?
I recall those searches, sir.
Okay. Could I offer this, Your Honor? This would be medical searches.
Any objection?
No.
All right, that may be admitted. Great, thank you.
Do you recall, sir, that there was also a search for schizophrenia? I'll say that.
Not specifically.
Well, if I approach you, sir, and your extraction report, that refresh your memory that there would be a search on her phone for schizophrenia. See where it says schizophrenia?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what was the date of that search?
January 19th, 2023, 9:58:01 seconds a.m.
Okay. Put that right here for a minute. How about psychosis? Did she search for psychosis?
Oh, Lord, today I forgot to unmute it. I'm so sorry. So let me start this over. Sorry.
As the owner of a small carpentry company, my expertise lies in millwork, not insurance. Next makes getting insurance super easy. Go to the app and get your certificate of insurance that same day. So make sure you guys go check out Next Insurance for all your coverage needs. They'll be able to help you out.
And I wanted you to know how much I appreciate you spending the time with me this morning that you'll never get back in your whole life.
Part of a search.
So I was
yes.
saying that thank you for spending this
On
portion of
Seroquel,
time
feel
with
like I
me
can't have a
as we
conversation.
travel around the sun together, spinning in a speed we don't understand, only to be holding on to a
That's
rock
correct, sir.
that's being held up by nothing ever in the middle of the universe. For that, I am forever grateful. And think about how big that is. Think about what kind of accomplishment that is. And for that, that's why I'm so grateful. That's
Yes, sir.
this one moment in time we found each other and we spent these last few hours together. Miss
December
Cheryl, thank you
29th,
for spending all them
2022,
heart
1:02:14 seconds
for them
p.m.
Patrick no-goers, naysayers or whatever. I appreciate that. Make sure you follow me on every social media platform. All you have to do is look for the same username and logo. I am on every platform you can possibly think of.
Sleep is
Especially
one
YouTube
keyword
at
and part of
Steph's
a
Case
Google
Files,
search, correct?
Facebook at Steph's Case Files, all of the things everywhere, all of the time at Steph's Case Files, except for here. This is the only one where it's at the Steph's Case Files, and
That's
it is
correct, sir.
the only official page. The most important thing for me today is that you be kind to one another because it's free to do. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard
Multiple
Time.
entries, sir. Majority of them are in January of 2023.
Thank you, YouTube. I love you forever.